Let's start today's class. In previous class, we have discussed about ER data model or entity relationship data model. Okay, ER model is a conceptual data model, and in today's class we will discuss about the relational data model. How you can say is compared to ER data model, relational data model. So what is the place as compared to ER data model? Okay, so most of the today's data model we used relational data model. Before we start the relational data model, let's see what we have discussed till this point, or what is the process of database design. Okay, so this is the simplified database design process. We have discussed all this thing, but let's revisit again what's happened here. First, we have to identify the application context in which our data model is going to use. Just consider we are going to design a database for the a banking system, or you consider any application area like reservation system or university data system, library management, any database you can just consider. First, identify the area or the application context in which your database going to use. First identify, then identify the or collect the requirements of that UOD. Okay, after collecting the requirement, first we will segregate this requirement into two part. First, what are the data requirements for that application, and what are the functional requirement. If you consider about the bank, what are the data bank use, we will identify. Then we will identify the what are the functions they apply over those data. Okay, then if we And if we talk about this stream, data requirement stream, first we identify the database requirement, then we will design conceptual, conceptually design. After this, what we design conceptual schema. For designing the conceptual schema, we use ER data model. For designing, for conceptual designing of database, we used ER data model. And then after this ER data model is basically we meant for the end user to understand, to explain our database to end user, how our data are related, we have collected the requirements from the uh, user, and how we plot this ER diagram, means how our data are related, and what are the entities, and what are the attributes, and how these entities are related. We design ER diagram to explain our database to an end user, or for the human understanding. After designing the ER diagram, we design physical design of a database. Physical design is actual we are going to implement in computers. Means what are the actual database we stored in our database, in the form or the format in which we are implementing our database in computer system. This is the physical designing of database. So just understand ER data model for the human understanding, or to explain your database to human. And physical designing of database, it's shows the how we storing our data into a machine. For this physical designing or the physical schema, we used relational data model. Okay, so the relational data model meant for actual implementation or for the machine understanding or the computer understanding. Okay, the difference is clear. ER model we build for the human understanding, and relational data model is for the machine understanding. This is the you can place relational data model in compared to the ER data model. Is it clear till this point? Now see the background of relational data model. The relational data model is based on the mathematical concept like set and relation. If you studied this set theory and relational relation, function relation, it will be very easy for your understanding of the relational data model, because the whole relational data model is based on this relation, mathematical relation. Okay, it is introduced by TAT code in 1970. Okay, before this relational data model, there is an other data model which are not very efficient. Okay, like a hierarchical data model, network data model, data models are that not that much efficient as compared to relational data model. So when the relational data model is introduced, it replaced all the previous data model. And today's also the today's data, most of the data model, or you can say all the data model is based on relational data model. So you can say the standard database model for most of the transactional database today. Okay. So let's see some formal definition, informal definition about the relational data model. Informally, a relation look like a table of values. Ultimately, a relational data model will represent in the form of table. Okay, so you can see there's some column name, then some data we stored in the form of rows. Okay, so relation typically contain a set of rows. Set of rows means your record. Okay, the data element in each row represent certain fact that corresponds to real world entity. Means what the data or what the entity. If we talk about the entity, or if we talk about the record, we stored in the form of row. Okay, or the row we can call as tuple as well. Okay, row and tuple are same. Okay. And column has a column header. If you see the table, there is a column header that gives you an identification of the meaning of that data item in that column. Means okay, so this column header we can also call as an attribute or attribute name. Okay, so this is a simple representation of your relation, how we store the data in relation. You can see here student. Student is showing the name of relation. Here the name you can see student. Now student is showing the relation name, and you can see this name, SSN, home phone, address, office phone, age, GPA. All these are the attribute of relation. All these are the attributes of relation, or even you can call as a domain of relation. And these row wise, if you see the row wise, your table or relation is called the tuple. These are the tuples or record. Okay, are you getting my point? And these tuples also called the record. Means each, now you can see if you pick any tuple, it's showing one entity. Like Rohan Panchal is a one entity, and it says some data values. Okay, each record or each tuple or each row, you can say it's showing one entity, and these are the attribute of that entity. name, SSN number, home phone, office address. Okay. And in this form, we store the data in our system in relational data model. Okay. Before I move further, let's see what is the relation. It will be more clarify about the relational data model to you. Okay. First, uh, if we talk about the set, like A is a set. Can anybody define set? Unmute your mic and speak. What is a set? There is a 16 students.
The collection of objects is called set.
Yes, Avinash. Collection of objects. Okay, good. And any other students? So let me call you one by one. Komal, Komal Parekh. I'm sure set is not new for you, and you know everything about the set. There's no need to define from my side what is a set. So that's why I'm asking to you, what is a set? So what Avinash Daroga said, set is a collection of object, but is not the completely correct definition. So please, other student can be modified it. Akshay,
Yes, sir.
Sir,
can you
finite set. Finite collection is
okay, good.
well defined.
Okay, good. Himanshu, Himanshu Kumar,
Yes, sir.
please define set.
Sir, a well-defined collection of objects.
Other student. Okay, so let me define the set. Set is a collection of distinct item. Set, you can define the set is a collection of similar item but distinct. Okay, like you if you talk about the set of set of fruit. So in there is an apple, banana, orange, mango, and all these are the element of that set. But if you see similar item means all are the fruits. The second is must be distinct. You cannot consider two apple in a one set. Okay, always there is a distinct item always should be there. So like we have created one set, there is an values 1, 2, 5, and 4. Let's consider 6. One set. And another set B and store some values like A, B only. Okay. So now can you define the relation? Again, please unmute your mic and speak if you know about the relation. I'm talking about the mathematical relation. Okay. Relation is a subset of Cartesian product of these two set A and B. Cartesian product of these two set and pick some of the pairs of these attributes. It's called a relation. Are you getting my point? What is Cartesian product? What is the Cartesian product of these two set? A cross B. One A. Anisa Pandey, yes, please. 2A, 5B, 5B and 6. Sorry, 5A and 6B. 6A again, sorry. And 1B, 2B, 5B and 6B. This is the Cartesian product of these two set A and B, and pick several some these pairs. Okay, what are the relevant for this relation is called a relation. Are you getting my point? What is the relation? How these, again I'm just repeating, we have two set A and B, and how these A and B are related, we are defining over this relation. Okay, like in a real world entity, how the things are related to you. Okay, how your name is related to you, how your age is related to you, how your address is related to you, how your phone number is related, everything is related in this talk about in context, how the things are related. Okay, if we talk about the this set A is showing the roll number, just consider your set A is showing the set of roll numbers and B is the set of names, and how this roll number is related to names. Suppose here the roll number of A is 2 and roll number of B is 6. So in this relation there is only two pairs will be 2A and 6B only. Okay, so in this relation there is only two pair we will consider. 2A means that this student A has student A has 2 as a roll number, and student B's roll number is 6. Okay, so we have to, in this Cartesian product only we will pick only this pair and this pair only. Okay, which is relevant or it will considerable in this relation. Are you getting my point? For the relation, you can say it's a mapping between two sets. For relation, you can define its mapping between two set. This is set A and this is set B, and the value of set A, B are 5, 6, and how you map these values, these sets. Okay, 2 is mapped to A and B is mapped to B. Okay, so this is showing one relation. So relation is a mapping between two sets. Let's okay, is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? What is a relation? Relation is nothing but a mapping between two sets. Okay, and set is the collection of similar item but distinct. Okay, like here you can see name. You just consider name is a set and it's contain these data items. SSN number is a one set and it's contain these data items. Phone number is a one set and it contains these data items. And how this one set just consider name is a one set and SSN number is one set. How these two sets are mapped or related? How these sets are related or mapped? Let's define some informal definition. First is degree. The degree of relation is just a number of attributes in your relation. Degree of a relation is shows the number of attribute and that relation. Just consider the previous example here. What are the attribute? What is the degree of this relation? Please speak or write in chat box. What is the degree of this relation? I'm expecting this answer from everyone. Please write in chat what is the degree of this relation. You are not attending this class only for attendance. You must be participate. Seven. Yes, one student replied Prachi 7. And any other students? Rakhi 7. Okay. Bagisa 7. Akshay 7. Yes, yes. Most of the students replied 7. Yeah. So let's see the definition. Degree is the degree of relation is the number of attribute of its relational schema. So here you can see there is a 7 attributes: name, SSN number, home phone, address, office phone, age, GPA. So you just count the number of attributes. Here it's a 7 attributes, so it's showing the degree of this relation is a 7. Next, second definition is a cardinality. Cardinality is the number of tuple of a relation has. Okay, means you just have to count the number of tuples or number of records or number of entities in that relational schema. So what is the cardinality of this relation? Again, please reply in chat. What is the cardinality of this relation? Yes, yes. There's enough. This cardinality of this relation is 5 because we have only 5 tuple in that this relation. Okay. Key of relation. Key is the same as what we have discussed in the ER data model. Key, again I'm just repeating the same definition. Key of any relation is the attribute or the set of attributes which uniquely identifies the tuples among this relational schema. Please recall the definition what we have discussed in ER data model. In ER data model, we have give the definition: attribute or set of attributes which uniquely identifies your entity in entity type. Okay, so in this relation, you can define the key is the attribute or set of attributes which uniquely identifies that tuples in relational schema. It's called a key. Like in this example, in this relation student, there is 7 attributes, and these 7 attributes attribute or set of attribute you can combine with attribute with other attribute as well, which uniquely identifies that tuples. Like you can see here, SSN number has all 7 values, all 5 values are unique. So you can say this SSN number is a key of that student relation. Okay. Now you can say this SSN number is a key of this relation student. Here you can see again name. All these 5 name are different or unique. So again, so you can say even name is a key of this attribute because we have mentioned only 5 tuple in this relation, and all these 5 tuples name are unique. So you can even say name is a key of this attribute. Or phone number, you can see there's a one phone number is null, so the attribute which contain null value. Just please listen carefully. When your attribute contain null value, now you can see home phone number attribute contain null value, so that attribute cannot be set as a key. When your any attribute contain null value, that attribute you cannot call as a key, because key cannot contain any null value, it must be unique. Okay, here again office number has a contain null value, so you cannot say office phone number is a key. Address, you can see all address are different, so you can say it's a key. Okay, in this context, because we have mentioned only 5 tuples. Okay, so please recall the definition what we have discussed in ER data model. The attribute or set of attributes which uniquely identify your entity in entity set is called key. Here, these attributes which uniquely identify your tuple, these records or tuples is called a key. We will discuss key in detail in later session. Okay, so please don't worry about key right now. Okay, if it is not clear to you, please don't worry, we will discuss in later session about the key. Next is domain. Domain define the set of possible valid values for that attribute. The domain is set of all the possible values of that attribute. Okay, suppose we are defining the domain of SSN number. So first see how we can represent or write the domain. Like here is just written dom means showing domain, in the parenthesis write the attribute name. If we set the domain of name, so this dom, under this parenthesis write the name. It's showing the domain of name attribute. Okay, so here it's showing the all the possible values of name. Okay, if we talk about the dom of age, just consider age. So here it's showing the possible values of this age attribute. Okay, is it clear? If you studied mathematics, I'm sure you have studied, or discrete mathematics, you have seen the concept of function. In the function, there is a domain and codomain. In the relation, again, there is a domain and codomain. Can you explain what is domain and codomain, or domain and range? What is the difference between domain and range? You have studied set theories, relation and function, no? In mathematics. I'm expecting answer from your side. Please. Okay, yes. Avinash says yes. So please please explain if you know anything about this domain, codomain, or domain and range. Okay. Uh, if you don't know, please let me write here. As you can see, this is one set A and this is the one set B, and let's write one other thing here as well. C. Okay. So domain is saying this value of from set A. What are the possible value or what are the values present in set A is called the domain, and codomain is the set of values or values present in B which mapped by domain set A, like here A and B. So it's showing the range or codomain of this relation. Okay, so domain is the possible all the possible values of set A. Okay, or codomain or range are the same thing of the all the mapped value of set B. Here you can see codomain is the A and B, and domain is the 2 and 6. Is it clear to all of you? Domain and codomain? It's not the part of DBMS, but I just explained. Okay, so domain you can define as a set of all possible value for attributes. Okay. And relation. Let me now define the relation. So again, it's a very important definition. Relation is a subset of a Cartesian product of its domain. Relation is a subset of Cartesian product of its domains. Like here, in previous slide, here this is one relation, and name, SSN number, home phone, address, office phone, all these seven at, attributes at this domain. We if we find the Cartesian product of all these seven uh, attributes, and out of this Cartesian product we pick some tuples. So this picked tuple is showing the relation, means what are the subset. Now here it's a subset. After picking this five attributes, we made a one relation. If it is not clear, let's go back to. It is not. Here you can see, let's consider a very small A and B. Just consider we have only two attributes. and value are 1, 2, 3, and A, B, and just consider B. This relation R, just consider is we have given the relation name A. Apply the Cartesian product. 1 minute. Let's remove it. The domain of attribute A is just consider 1, 2, 3, and domain of B attribute is A and B. Apply the Cartesian product and you will get the value A, B, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and 3A, 3B. This is Cartesian product of A and B. This is the Cartesian product of A and B. Domain of A and B. This is the Cartesian product of domain A and let me write clearly for you. It's a Cartesian product of dome A and dome B. Domain A and domain B. In this Cartesian product, pick some relation which is relevant. Pick that pair of data elements which are relevant. Here just consider in our relation R, only 3 pair are relevant. Just consider, suppose this is one relevant pair, this is one relevant pair, and this is one relevant. So write this relevant pair in your relation. 1B, 2B, and 3A. So now this is a relation. R is your relation, and it is containing only the subset of attribute, subset of tuple or records of this Cartesian product of dome A and dome B. In the previous example, we have seen in the slide there is a 7 attribute. So apply this all 7 attributes Cartesian product and pick only those tuples that are relevant. Like there's only 5 tuples are relevant, so we consider only those 5 tuples. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? So here the definition of relation is a subset of the Cartesian product of its domain. Give a relational schema R, and a relation on that schema R is a set of attributes. Okay, so here you can see this is Cartesian product of dome A, dome B up to dome. Suppose in your there is an n number of sets or n number of domains. So apply the Cartesian product of these n number of domains and pick those attributes which are relevant or considerable in your relation, that consider only those relations which define your relation. Okay, if it is clear, please write yes in chat. If it is not clear, please no, so I can repeat what is a relation, because it's a very important definition or very important understanding about the relation. Relation, again I'm just repeating, a relation is a subset. If you apply the Cartesian product of all the attributes and pick only those attributes which are relevant for the relation, is called a relation. Okay, here you can see there's an attribute. Suppose there's an n attribute, so apply the Cartesian product domain of all these 7 attributes Cartesian product. Suppose just there's 7 attributes, and apply the Cartesian product of domain of all the 7 attributes and pick those tuples that are relevant. Okay, so again just I'm repeating, suppose there is an one set roll number, and there's an in your class is consider there is a 60 roll number up to 1, 2, 3. There is just consider there is a 60 student. So we have a roll number from 1 to 60, and there's a name, some names, and there is just consider there is 45 names. Rahul, Rohit, Amit, Sumit. Just consider any 45 names. I just write here 60 roll number and 45 names. Why? Because there is a chance there is a duplicate's name, because these 2 students can have same name. or 3 student, 4 student, and number of student can have same name. So just again just name this name set cardinality is 45, means there is only 45 unique names and 60 roll numbers. Let's apply the Cartesian product of this role and domain of name. Okay, so you can see this roll number 1 is associated with all these 45, and 2 is also associated with all 45, 3 is also associated with all 45, but we will took only those pair which are relevant. Means if the Rohit's roll number is 2, so we will consider this pair only, 2 with Rohit. We will not consider this 2 with Rahul, because the roll number of Rahul is different, it's not 2. Okay, so Amit has again the one roll number only. So we will consider only those pair which are relevant for Amit. Suppose the roll number of Amit is 30. So 30 Amit, we will consider only. So the relation is a subset of the Cartesian product of its domain. Okay, and what we consider it which are relevant, which is actual present. Okay, so this is the definition of a relation. And schema, relational schema is just it's just denote it's just for the representation. You just write the your relational schema name and list of attributes. Again, I'm just repeating. Schema we present is denoted as R. Write the relation name and followed by your list of attributes. Here, here is a one relational schema I just presented. The relational table is name is customer, and the set of attributes, customer ID, customer name, address. So it's one representation of relational schema. If you remember your first or second class, we have discussed or we defined the schema. Schema is nothing but a structure of your database or the table. Okay, so here what is the schema we can write for this table? Here you will define the schema for this table is like that. You will write the name of table, student, and list of attribute name, SSN number, like this. Okay, till the GPA. This is showing the schema. It is the denotation of schema, relational schema. Okay, for this table student. R is the name of relation, and attributes of the relation are A1 to A1 to AN, and this is the one example of a relational schema customer, and the followed by the attribute of that relation customer. Okay. Some other formal definition is tuple. A tuple is an ordered set of values. Okay, we represent it under this angular bracket. Okay, like just consider one in the same table. Here one tuple you represent, just consider you want to write the tuple name, this tuple. So you will write the name, first value Chakim, whatever the name is, and second, what is the second value? 181621245, comma, the next value 3754409, up to the last value 2.89. Okay, so this is a representation of tuple. It's representing one tuple. It is representing one tuple, this Chakim. Okay, and this, in this way you will represent you can represent any tuple. So tuple is an ordered set of value, but you can emphasize in this word order. Always you will write this value in order. First the name, then in which what the structure you define for your table. In the same order you will follow for the tuple. Each value is derived from appropriate domain. It's obvious, a row in the customer relation is a 4 tuple, and it would be consist of the 4 values. Like here, we will present one customer's values. If we see the customer table, the first attribute is a, see what is the attribute. First attribute is the customer ID, so it's showing the customer ID, name, and address. And the second is, what was the second? Address and phone number. Okay, so in this way we write all these values. Okay, so this is called the 4 tuple at just 4 value. If 4 tuple means the 4 is showing the number of values. Here it's the values, the 4 values containing, so it's we'll calling the 4 tuples. In the previous student table there is a 7 tuple. Okay, 7 hyphen tuple means it's contain 7 values. A relation is a set of such tuples. As you can see in relation, there is an if you remember the definition of relation, relation is a set of tuples, set of records, set of entity. Okay, relation, again, for this is one relation. This relation name is R, I just give. So you can define, or you can write the definition of relation is a set of tuples or records. So here you can see there are 3 tuples. So its relation R is the one set whose contain this 1, 2b and 3a. So set relation you can define is a set of tuples. It's contain these 3 tuples. Okay. Are you getting my point? Relation is a set of tuples, and relation schema is the structure of your relation. Here, how you can represent your relational schema? R, A, B. This is showing the relation, and this is showing your relation schema. This is the denotation of relation schema, relation name followed by the list of attribute, and this is a relation which is contain the set of tuples. These are the set of tuples. So if you talk about in the form of tables, is a whole thing is showing the relation. You have give the name as R, and this is the structure. A and A followed by B is called the relational schema. The schema is the structure. A and B is the structure, means first A then B. Order is always matter. Okay, you cannot write B before A. Is it clear? Relation, again, just I'm just recalling what we have discussed about. First we have see the domain. Domain is the set of possible values of that attribute. Then we have saw the degree of relation is the number of attributes. Cardinality is the number of tuples. Relation is a set of tuples and that relation. And relation schema is the structure of your table. Like we will be denoted as a relational name followed by a list of attribute. We have seen domain. Okay. The next we will discuss in the next class what we have remained for today for today's. So let's stop here. Please stop.